I love a limited edition food. And we're in the car, so you know what that means. We're gonna go try some of the most iconic limited edition foods out there right now. Are you ready? Let's go. I am starving, but that's okay because we're on our way to Greenwich. We're going to go to Bill's because they have released what it feels like I've heard everyone and their mums talking about this Bill's vegan pancake stack. Listen, vegan pancakes, syrup, bacon. Vegan bacon on pancakes. When I say iconic, I mean iconic. Come on. I don't know why it's taken so long for someone to do this, but Bill's, I am coming for you, baby. How good do these look? And look at that bacon. I can tell you for free that the bacon they use there is This Isn't, which is a great choice. The amount of protein in this bacon is insane. And it even replicates these little stringy fat bits that meat bacon has, except it has 83% less saturated fat than its pork alternative. Yes, you heard that right. 83%. Now you may think that the amount of bacon on there is acceptable, but you'd be wrong. By the time you've had a quarter of the pancakes, there's no more bacon left. The pancakes themselves were very thick. I had some trouble counting them. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. How many pancakes do I have here?
I have 5. What are you talking about?
No, I don't. I have at least 6.
1, 2,
3. No, you missed one.
No, that's the same one.
It isn't.
Yes, it is.
No, it is. It felt like there was a lot more, but apparently there were only 5. My one complaint is that because they were so thick, they need the syrup, otherwise they are just dry as f***. I like that they had actual whole berries in them, but that didn't really make them any less dry. The syrup was thick and sweet and absolute perfection, so I have no bad words about that. The combination of pancake, bacon and syrup, that is really good. I'm drooling remembering it. I really have to say this is more than worth it. Overall, these get a solid 8.8. They could just do with a little bit more bacon and maybe some syrup in between the pancakes. Oh, this one is the Aperol Spritz because it's orange, I know. And of course, we got bottomless brunch because why not? Yep, still don't like it. Bitter. This one is peach spritz. It was a Saturday afternoon, so there were a lot of drinks. You have this one, and I have this one, and this one. Now look what I have, Crosstown Doughnuts. Look at this. Crosstown Doughnuts has released 4 Veganuary flavors. We have gone and got this little cutie matcha and rhubarb, and it has the little Crosstown X, and chocolate coconut cardamom. We're gonna start with this tiny little rhubarb one, and I've never tried a Crosstown donut before, so this is exciting for me as well. I think this is their first matcha flavor. Okay. I did not expect that to drip. It is filled inside with raspberry. It just keeps dripping on me. The jam isn't very sweet. And nor is the matcha itself. I don't know, this tastes a bit weird. I'd give this a 4 out of 10. Do you want the rest of this donut? It's not good, is it?
Really?
What would you rate that?
That's a 4 out of 10.
That's what I gave it. That's what I gave it. What was wrong with it though? I just feel like it wasn't sweet.
Yeah, that's what I want to say. It's something sour.
That's from the jam, isn't it? Yeah. And it's tiny as well. That was £3.50. And now we have the coconut one. There's a little bit of the raspberry on it. Should we break it up and see what's inside? It's starting to come out. Oh my gosh. This is what it looks like inside. That was definitely not the most graceful way to do that. But I like the coconut flakes. Let's try it. The difference between this one and the matcha one is that this one actually has sweetness to it, whereas the other one didn't at all. My gosh, I have coffee everywhere. The filling of this is coffee, so it's bitter naturally. The dough on this is quite bready, if that makes any sense. It's quite wheaty. The filling is very bitter. I would have liked it to have a little bit of sweetness to it, but the coconut because it's sweet complements the bitterness of that. The actual dough of the donut isn't very sweet either. This one would probably get a 7. No, I'd give this a 6.8. I like the coconut, I do. I think that makes it. But the flavors, they don't really complement each other, I don't think. I don't think that the coffee and the coconut actually do complement each other. It's just that the bitterness and the sweetness do as a concept. No, I lied. I quite like it. I think that's growing on me. It's not the best, but the coconut is so good on top of it. And I love that it's flaky as well. Overall, I would give this a 6.7. It's quite a pleasant donut, but the chocolate dough it's not really sweet enough. The icing is really good. The coffee inside I wish was a bit sweeter. It didn't really do anything for me. I don't know. 6.7. Shame. I have coffee everywhere now. I'm gonna need this car cleaned ASAP. Another day, another limited edition item. In fact, we have 2 today. We have the Greggs vegan steak bake, newly returned. I won't lie, it looks a bit sorry, but oh, there's little steak pieces coming out of it. It's cold, so that's disappointing. Pastry is falling everywhere. I'm gonna need to hoover my car. They have not done anything with the filling here. I don't know what is going on. Let's try the actual steak pieces properly. The gravy is very sweet. It's too salty, and the steak pieces itself are just not firm enough. We have had a lot of different types of vegan steaks on this channel. We've had 3D printed steak in Unity Diner, Juicy Marbles, wheat protein steak. This just, it doesn't really hit the same, which is disappointing because the gravy should be able to mask it. Overall, the Greggs vegan steak bake, I'll give that a 6. I think I would still go for the sausage roll, to be honest. I wouldn't go out of my way to buy that. I would try their southern chicken wrap. Anyway, now we're moving on to Krispy Kremes, who have released 2 limited edition flavors. I'm a bit disappointed because they're both cookies and cream flavors. I feel like there's no originality here. Let's go for this one first. It is lathered, I'll tell you that for free. $2.95 these are each. Yeah, the donut itself is already glazed, and then on top of that glaze they've got the filling. Very sweet. I feel like the cream overpowers the cookie part of it. I'm giving this one a 7. And now this limited edition one, it has a little tiny Oreo. It's not filled though, it's not filled. This one is much more up my street, because the focus of this is chocolate, whereas the focus of the other one was obviously the cream. Let's try that a little bit with the Oreo in the middle. I don't want to break it apart. It's very fluffy as well. They've done good here. Much better. Yeah, that is a good donut. That is a good donut. The second donut I would give a 9. Yeah, amazing. Meatiest mushroom steak. So my intention was to try the Wagamama Lion's main steak dish. Disappointingly, this was sold out, so I ventured into Rosa Thai instead for the first time ever. Listen, I love me some Asian cuisine, and this did not disappoint. Rosa Thai have released a main called Vegan Fable Pulled Mushrooms, and I had it in the drunken kimao noodles. What's a drunken noodle? Apparently, this gets its name from being so spicy that it's the only thing potent enough for drunk individuals to taste. Or it gets its name from the dish being so spicy you need a lot of drink to handle the spice. Which explanation do you think is true? Or do you know of a different explanation for its name? I absolutely don't think this dish was unbearably spicy. It did have a nice little kick, but more so 2 pepper emojis, not the 3 that the menu warns of. The Fable pulled mushroom was very beefy in texture. If there's a meat that I could compare it to, yeah, I'd go for beef. It was stringy and, although soft, not too chewy, which isn't a bad thing. It had a very, very nice texture. So the Fable pulled mushrooms get my approval stamp. And it's nice to see that you can get them with every dish. It doesn't have to be the drunken noodles. Overall, 8.5. Oh, and this Thai lemon iced tea, delicious. If you swirl the little bit at the bottom, you get this kick of sweetness. Oh my gosh. You voted and I listened, so we're reviewing both the papajohns Vegan BBQ Chicken Pizza and the Pizzahut New Yorker with Beyond Meat pepperoni pizzas. If you didn't vote, that means that you're not following me on Instagram. Follow on there if you want to have a voice and a say in what gets reviewed on this channel, because that's where I do most of that. Now, the first thing I will say is that size-wise, in comparison, they're both large pizzas, but can you see that the Pizzahut one is so much bigger than this one? Look at the difference in the size between these pizzas. Let's start with the papajohns one then. There is a very dominant flavor of the chestnut mushroom on here. The actual chicken piece, not so much. The barbecue sauce is a really good balance between sweet and savory. Leaning slightly on the sweet side, I'll say. I think they've changed the vegan cheese on the Papa John's pizza, because when I used to have it before, I didn't like it, and you can see that it's actually quite melted. I also think there's some caramelized onions on here, which are really good. Let's try the crust. The crust says a lot in a pizza, I feel like. It's very sweet. Quite nice and fluffy, but yeah, very sweet. And the vegan chicken itself. The vegan chicken itself is firm. I like that. I don't know why you guys thought that the barbecue vegan chicken is iconic. It feels like that's kind of a standard thing. Domino's has been doing vegan chicken for ages. Maybe it's the barbecue part that you were excited about. I don't know if it's special for a limited edition item, but it is really good, and I would give that a 7.8. All right, let's move on to the New Yorker, this huge slice. This one is definitely much oilier, and the cheese on this I prefer. It's melted a lot better than the cheese on the Papa John's. So I prefer whatever cheese the Pizza Hut uses. And to be fair, the pepperoni looks really good, but in terms of texture, let me come up close and show you guys. It looks good, but the texture just, for some reason, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but from what I remember pepperoni to be like, it's kind of quite like difficult to pull apart. So the texture on the pepperoni is very similar to what's already out there. I don't think it's anything very groundbreaking. Saying that, there's a really nice spice to the pepperoni. It has a bit of a kick that I like. The peppers on the pizza make it very sweet. I don't know what a New Yorker pizza is, but it really hits the spot. This feels like such a good pizza for a pizza ice cream movie night type of thing. I like this one. Let's try the crust on this. Pizza Hut had a garlic crust, but it's not vegan. Now, I don't know why, and I don't know why they wouldn't make a vegan version. That was disappointing. The dough on this is less fluffy than the Papa John's one. It's got a bit more of a crunch. You can probably hear it, and it's not as sweet. I like the fluffiness of the Papa John's one, but the fact that the Pizza Hut one isn't as sweet. The New Yorker is missing jalapenos. In fact, they're both missing jalapenos. Maybe I just love jalapenos. I'm quite happy giving the Pizza Hut one an 8.2, and Papa John's will push it up to an 8, because I really like that one. I like the barbecue. Just in case you didn't know as well, all the Papa John's sauces are vegan. All of them. How good is that? Papa John's has done great for the vegan world. I think that's the last of the trying limited edition foods. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed making this video. I loved going to all the new restaurants and trying out all the different foods. I think the Bills was the most iconic out of all the limited edition releases. Was it? The Crosstown Doughnuts had such unique flavors, but they just didn't, like, they just weren't good. Like, they didn't hit the spot. I don't see why some of them wouldn't be permanent menu items like these pizzas. I don't see why they just wouldn't make them permanent additions. They have the normal meat New Yorker. Why wouldn't you just have the vegan version? Or vegan, I mean, barbecue vegan chicken isn't revolutionary, so I don't know why that wouldn't just be a menu item anyway. But I did enjoy going through and trying everything, and I wish that I'd got to try the Wagamama steak. That's one thing that will forever haunt me until they bring it back. I can't believe that they have completely sold out. That is crazy to me. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and let me know what you want me to review next. And if you want to see which fast food chain offers the best vegan burger, then this is the video for you. I'll see you there.